Well, let's take a closer look at what happened and get some idea of the potential repercussions. Joining me now is Sinem Koseoglu, a columnist for the Derin Economy magazine in Istanbul. Thank you very much for your time. From the details that we have at this stage then, who do you think could have carried out this attack?
There is no official statement given till now, but for sure it's like more than 90%. It seems like this attack was held by PKK. We don't know whether PKK itself is going to claim the attack, but at least one of the subcontractors, like the previous Ankara attack, maybe TAK can claim the attack. But again, it's under the umbrella of PKK. It's for sure right now.
What I wanted to ask you about that, if it is confirmed that there is strong connections with the PKK, does it represent a change in tactics from the group in targeting civilians this way?
Well, actually, let's start from this. The person, the lady actually, who was a suicide bomber, her name is Seher. Now it's on the media that she was trained in PKK camps in Syria during summer. And she was a university student in Balıkesir University, and she was prisoned, or maybe she was under custody due to her connections with PKK. So she's one of the perpetrators of this attack, and there are the direct links of this lady, between this lady and the PKK. Everybody says that PKK normally doesn't target the civilians, but we should look at from another aspect. The spot that the attack was held, it's very middle of the city. In Kızılay, there are bus stations, there are minibus stations, people are passing from there. But the fact is that there's a spot over there, and there are more than 400 police riots standing over there since the Gezi protests. Since summer 2013, the government and the Interior Ministry have been keeping police riots over there more than maybe 200, 300, and 400. The amount of the policemen rose since that time. And it's just 20 meters besides the attack was where the attack was held. So as far as we know as the journalists, the suicide bomber tried to enter the barrier which separated the police guys and the civilian side. And after she wasn't able to go beyond the barrier, she exploded just over there. So we cannot say that PKK doesn't target the civilians. Here, we should admit that the policemen were the target. Like the February attack, the military was the target, and it was again perpetrated by the PKK offshoots. And the civilian killings is the outcome of this terrorist attack.
How did the authorities know who carried out the attack so quickly? Was this perpetrator being monitored, do you know, by the authorities? And if so, was it a security flaw that she was allowed to?
Actually, it's not so quick. I mean, they didn't declare it like in 20 minutes or 30 minutes. The identity of the perpetrator was delivered to the media after the midnight. We can say that it was so prompt and it was so quick. But of course, as a journalist and as a citizen of this country, I can say that there is a lack of or weakness of security, but we can't say that there is a lack of or weakness of intelligence. And you cannot compare a state and a terrorist organization. We also have to look at how many terrorist attacks have been stopped till now. And PKK has always stated that they have targeted the Turkish government and military and the police. And just 3 days ago, they stated that there are 10 more terrorist organizations and they were connected under one umbrella, under PKK, and they would act together.
So how is the government likely to respond then? We've seen reports of airstrikes in northern Iraq this morning on PKK positions, but if you have these subcontractors, all these other groups, I mean, how is the government going to respond to this security threat?
I mean, there are offshoots, but PKK is the head of this umbrella, is the umbrella group. So you have to target till you know the others, till you define where they are. So I think the government and the security forces are going to convene wherever they find them. But just for the information of the foreign audience for TRT World, you cannot compare a state and you cannot with a terrorist organization. Terrorist organizations are paramilitary organizations and they take decisions, they just apply. If the police or the security forces stop them, they have another B plan. And they are not heavy organizations like the states, so they move very quickly. And we have to look at how many terrorist attacks have been stopped by the security forces till now.
Considering the groups, as you mentioned there, have a plan B if they're stopped by security forces.
If they want to explode themselves, if the perpetrator doesn't explode himself or herself here, just 20 meters away, he or she explodes themselves.
So can anything be done? I mean, certainly lone wolf attacks like that are very difficult to stop. But can anything be done diplomatically or politically, for want of a better word, to stop this, at the moment, what seems like a cycle of violence?
Well, PKK is a terrorist organization. That's why we cannot have any diplomatic relations with them. And there was the peace resolution process, the Kurdish resolution process, that was conducted with the political wing, which is in the parliament right now, but they are out of the track as well. Since they attack the civilians, they attack the security and police forces, it should be, the process should be conducted on their way. We don't have a party that we can have political relations or political negotiations with right now. But unfortunately, it's very upsetting that we have 37 people dead and more than 100 people killed. But we must say that Turkish state is a strong state, and Turkish people are sensitive about this issue.
Okay, Sinem Koseoglu, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.